Talk Show.
Recorded live.
I hear RBG. Hell no. That's yeah, let's go. United Front. I hear RBG. Let's go. I can't shake it loose. It's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil. Ain't no truth. Raise it another level. Say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose. It's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil. Ain't no truth. Raise it another level. Say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. You peak, pale skin, beast out. White and blue and blue cut clan sheep. I hate your president just spinning in your campaign speech. I hate the British and the Romans and the goddamn Greek. It's no peace, yeah. Moral persuasion doesn't work with Caucasians. You speak this language through violence with guns blazing. So what I'm saying, negotiating with Satan, it's a waste of time. You out your African mind. Gonna make these devils pay for every single crime ever committed. Crackers, you did it, now it's time to die. I spray the ratchet, I bat it, no moving backwards. I'm sending bullets at crackers and all faggots. Forward is the motion. Killing devils on different levels, concocting potions to stop them from encroaching. On our way of life, I got a knife to slit his throat. Get my people hyped, cause what I write is always dopeness. I can't shake it loose, it's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose, it's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. Take a step in my lane, I'm projecting the pain. Visions and pictures in my veins of a tortured and slain. So many sons and daughters slaughtered, some known on the name. Bringing my eye to the situation is why I came. Shake, every pet nation gon' exterminate. Hawkins, Garvey, Mugabe, politics, run them all away. KPI type methodology, how the gods play. My life and I don't play. Kill these crackers in broad day. Enter the scene, got them clean and watch me swerve at it. Big juju in my pocket, I ain't worried about it. That go from grown-ups to babies, salute my Baba Khaled. Muhammad, we solid, I call for balance is very valid. Yeah, murder these devils, it's divine order. We opposites, I reject the mixing like all the water. Africa for Africans, representing them words strong. I say shut them borders down and let us get a purge on. I can't shake it loose, it's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose, it's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you.
This ain't no Kumbaya vibe, my yacht is a war time. That's my war cry, double H famine, it's war time. Devils want it all, with peaceful coexistence. Answer separation, he's violently resistant. Stupid tech, foolish guy, hits the deck when bullets fly. The devil won't change, and needs to be euthanized. The stupidness, foolish minds, you will get used to blind. Suicide, trusting this cracker is suicide. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know the play. Peace talk is juvenile, it really don't hold no weight. Fighting hate with love sounds great in theory, but never ever ever work in history. Name one place that this cracker went. Name one place that this cracker left alone. I bet that they was war prone. Keep a piece in your wardrobe and know the world's a war zone.
I can't shake it loose, it's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose, it's the hate that hate produce. I'm here to break the loose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, say the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you.
here, but got sickle cell. My mama blood low, yeah, she got sickle cell. But her mind still addicted to that crack smell. My tears drop, the steak mixed with the raindrop. Camouflage propane going insane, we will inside. I told my sister, please don't leave with that fake nigga. Now I'm dressed in all black, pouring out liquor. Now I'm dressed in all black, turning to a killer. Now I'm dressed in all black, and now they kill the killer. Black pride, we rise above all this bullshit. Not superior, but survivors in this bitch. Hey, street tribe, we represent the ghetto in the half nine. Single mother, single father, while we screaming, fuck the cops. No love for the redneck cracker, preach or the crack spot. I'm he who was to come, the shepherd leading my ghetto fly. This one for black pride, put the shit high. Put the single mothers in the ghetto getting by. You said tears, sweat, blood, that's no greater love. Got the queen of the earth, yeah, we worship her. This one for black pride, put the shit high. Put the single mothers in the ghetto getting by. You said tears, sweat, blood, that's no greater love. Got the queen of the earth, yeah, we worship her.
We can't really knock, you know what I'm saying, these brothers. And for making music that they trying to make on shit, these niggas gonna do it. Yeah, they gonna do it. Hell yeah, this what this motherfucker gonna give me, shit, 50,000 to 100,000 to a $500,000 to $1 million just for me to say this shit ain't gonna say it. That shit, niggas something else. I be on the radio station with that. They need to be on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, you really can't knock the artist. You can't knock the artist for painting a picture. You know what I'm saying? All art can't be seen by the world. All art can't be seen by children. All shit can't be said to children. You know what I'm saying? So
what's going on? It's big that motherfucker. I run my shit like Shaka Zulu. These coach lines control your mind like hate and voodoo. Yeah. These niggas feel what they don't understand. That's why when I spit, you get stiff like a mannequin. I got my own dollar. Fuck a deal. I'm a grown man. God bless the child that got it.
The brother asked last night what made me do it. I think I was probably at a Grizzlies game, and I was amazed by the number of us that stood up to their flag. And we all know that flag has never represented us or our freedom. So at this time, just like the pastor would ask you to do, I'm going to ask you all to stand. Put your black power fist in the air.
Just like
if any of you want the lyrics to this song or want the song, I do have a CD back there. If you want the song in particular, I will give it to you. Because as the brother said, this is something that we should have at our event to open up each event. Black Power event?
Black Power!
Oh, say, can you see precious old blessing me as they do for the night and when my people deny whose blood and my soul represent all the scars inflicted upon the race, a great people display. Now the time has come for the revolution as we creep through the night and take hold of their lives. Oh, say does that red flag scream African flag wave?
Black Power!
Down their land of the free, forever RBG.
Black Power! Praise now Turner, glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Praise Harriet Tubman.
Glory to Ida B. Wells. Long live the spirit of Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. On BB448, Mount Hotep, ancient African Egyptian power. What it do out there tonight, family? What it do? This your brother Born, coming to get it in. Feet on the Ground Radio. We come to make it do what it do. Make it happen on Think Tank Thursday. So, come in. We got some brothers. In tonight. Excuse me. We're gonna have us a little interview with the brothers from GGD720. Brothers, they based out of Waterbury, I believe. We're gonna get all the particulars correct. But we're gonna open up the lines. Then we got the brothers coming in. We got an event going on November 20th. It's the Bastards of the Party. It's gonna be a review of the movie. Bastards of the Party, Crips and Bloods are the original Panthers, cards featuring Supernova Slum. Going to be hosted by the brothers that we got on the line, Haru, and Brother Trav. So we're going to do that. It's gonna, like I said, it's going to be a viewing of the Bastards of the Party. Your brother Born going to hit the stage for a little bit. We're going to bring the dynamic you out there. CTRBG going to be on deck, we're going to be rocking out. Our brother Sankofa coming in. Some live performances, food and vendors. Going to be from 4 p.m. to 8. The door's going to open at 3. It's going to be 34 Hopkins Street, Waterbury, Connecticut, man. You can contact the brother at Haru at 203-841-9039. Brother Trav at 646-281-8753. Hold on, man. All right. Well, with that being said, though, we're gonna get it busy, get it crisp. You know what I'm saying? Open the lines up and get the family on up in here. Let me see what other events that we got going on. Y'all be ready for Slaughterhouse Saturday. Next Tuesday, we're gonna have Brother Ngozi from Team Osiris, formerly of the Ahmed Ra Squad. He's going to come and have a sit down with our brother Menkara, and we're just going to politic on science, empirical data, and that's going to be the basic run. Science, empirical data, and understanding scientific principles, theories, and applications. You know what I mean? That's going to be the main theme of what we got rocking. So let me see here. We have the Connecticut line. We got some Connecticut lines. I see y'all out there. Open y'all right up. Give me one moment. Open y'all right on up. But my co-hosts, waiting for my co-hosts to get up in here. I see they coming in. Let me see right here. Let me open this line up real quick. All right, the line didn't open. No problem, brother. Your line, did your line open up? Get the brother line to open up right now. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me shut that down and open it back up. Hey, one moment, family. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason let me refresh my browser real quick. Refresh my browser. All right. Let me refresh my browser. All right. There we go. There we go. Let me open that up. All right.
Hotep.
Hotep. What was this right here that we got on the line?
This is Brother Haru.
All right. What's going on, Brother Haru? All right. Let me see if this Brother Trav on this other line right here real quick. And then let me see who this is. Let me see. Hotep, who's this?
He's Guardian. Brother Travis here.
Oh, all right. No doubt. B40, I got you. All right. All right, fellas. Well, we got both of y'all land right now, so we're going to hold off on anybody else. Got a couple callers on the line listening in. But, you know, to set it off, man, just first Brother Heru, then Brother Trav, you know, just give us a little background, you know what I mean, on who you are right now, the things that you got going on in the community, you know what I mean, and just you know, just some local projects or whatever have you that you got going on. Then I got a couple questions. For y'all, and we just gonna keep the conversation moving.
Okay, that's peace, yo. First and foremost, I want to say Imhotep to everybody on the call, Uncle Jocelyn, Nev. I'm hoping that y'all all well and fine. My name is Brother Heru out of Connecticut, the first representative of the House of Consciousness, one of the biggest platforms that we have right here in North America. This Sunday coming up, November 20th, we have Bastards of the Party, like the brother spoke about when he first opened the call up. I'm from the Galactic Guardian 720. When I say 720, I mean 360 spiritual and the other 360 physical. There is no school of thought that we haven't been through, so you can't really put us in a box. You know what I mean? I don't deal with religion. I just deal with African spirituality. With that being said, it's a group of brothers that come from many different walks of life that have been conscious for some time now. Me and my brother, Brother Trav, been conscious alongside each other for the last 20 years. The only difference with 2016 is that the consciousness and the knowledge is being applied. Instead of just obtaining it, it's being applied. So with it being applied, we got our hands into a lot of different things like network marketing, taking that same paradigm and bringing it back to our community and building our community like that and building an infrastructure of conscious people right here in Connecticut. Because when you think about the tri-state, you have New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and these other states are on the map, and you hear about people coming out of these other states. That's why I give hats off to you, Brother Bourne, for doing Feet on the Ground radio and for doing it for so long. So it's definitely an honor to be on Feet on the Ground radio. I'll pass it over to my brother Trav and let him drop some science on where we come from and where he come from.
Islam, love. Yeah, peace,
Islam.
man. Brother Trav, acronym for Trav, Truth, Reality, Application, and Visualization. And as a Galactic Guardian, pretty much, man, what we're doing is we're, like you said, like the brother said, the foundation is African spirituality and the application of it, not just the study of it or the obtaining of the information, but also getting into the outformation, which is divine universal law or divine universal love, such as things such as astrology, numerology, and ancestor worship. So we going all the way in. We not half-stepping. And like you said, man, this year, being that on the Gregorian calendar, 2016, 16 and 2 adding up to 18, 1 and 8 being 9, we are reborn. If anybody on the joint is dealing with, 5% knowledge, then we apply those mathematics as well because these are all divine revelations coming from divine beings. So, this is what we're about. We took it upon ourselves, and shouts out to the brothers and sisters out in New Haven. Definitely inspiration and inspire us to do what we're doing. So yeah, pretty much what we're doing, man, is actually taking the energy from here, and putting it all together, man, and stirring the pot, man, and getting everybody on one platform. So, which is the platform of actually African liberation, regardless of what people are into, what they believe, that's their journey. And maybe later on they'll come around. But for right now, it's just the coming together of the people. So, that's why we are doing these events. We try to do these events every 45 to 90 days. So it's always pretty much at the same spot. So when people get familiar, they'll know where to come. You know, we're going to keep it going, and we're not going to stop. 20 years from now, we'll still be doing these events every 45 to 90 days. The next joint we got coming up, man, is actually the Bloods and the Crips, coming together. And it's pretty much a family reunion because the Bloods and the Crips are Panther Cubs. So especially in Waterbury, it's a lot of the youth into the gangs. A lot of them don't really know the acronym or the meaning behind what they even represent. So me seeing that as a problem, in our city, I figured I would, get the real deal in the building so these brothers can learn life so we can actually come together and do something, turn this energy into something positive.
I say. That's, being around, I lived in a lot of different cities. I lived in a lot of different places in the United States, so I seen the evolution of some of these street tribes moving up and down the East Coast in particular, moving in and out of these different ciphers. And so I see it hitting Connecticut. I used to be out there in Waterbury a couple years back, about 7 years back, 6, 7 years back. I used to hang out there in Waterbury, for a little while. And I seen the growth of the gangs there. I see it here in New Haven. It's moving, but it's fractured. It just depends on where you at. But it's around. So I put the information out, and so hopefully we can see if some of the G's come up from New Haven, come on down, and just try to see exactly what this BB Fahodi about. You know what I mean? See what this African liberation is about, because that's the main thing that we beating on, how to put the tribes together up under a nation, up under a nationalistic type of thing. Now, I mean, I'm not telling nobody to lose their tribe, but I'm telling them to gain some family. You know what I mean? You don't got to lose your identity. You know what I mean? But just gain some more family. That's all you got to do. So that's the thing that I'm pushing with them, because I've been around them, and I know that over time people change, but you just can't jump on somebody and turn them into something different overnight, man. That's for them to turn themselves, man. Ain't nobody, you can't force nobody into doing nothing. You could just drop that jewel and keep it moving. So I see that y'all putting that work in like that. I see a couple of different videos on YouTube. How often y'all plan on doing the YouTube series?
Well,
go ahead, Lordy.
From my standpoint, and getting into journalism and being able to go out there and basically put out information that's useful and beneficial to people who look like me, who talk like me. So it's I don't think that's going to be something that's ever going to stop. You know what I mean? I always got 10 toes down. So wherever I go, I'm always bumping into another Galactic Guardian. And when I call somebody else a Galactic Guardian, I look at somebody else who is also fighting for African liberation, who is also lifting up the fallen humanity, taking the lessons that were taught by the ancestors and then picking them up and picking themselves up out of bootstraps and really applying it. So when I see somebody else being a Galactic Guardian, these are the people and these are the things that I choose to put out far as a YouTube series instead of the debates and, the arguing of who's right or who's wrong. I want to see the real action, such as like the CTRBGs out in New Haven and everything that they've put forth. These are the people and these are the things that the Galactic Guardians stand for. These are the things that we have the same ideals, you know what I mean? So to see other people manifesting ideals that's been put, sitting on the table not by just us, but by our ancestors, this is the information I want the people to know.
All right.
Awesome.
Brother Trav, did you want to add on something?
Yeah, man. I mean, just as far as like the brother said, man, with the Galactic Guardian movement, anybody is considered a Galactic Guardian that stands up to the mantra of, coming to uplift fallen humanity. So that's why, we see a form of union. And I've been digging real heavy. One thing I see from this new conscious wave and this new energy is the fighting of, the dual natures of the feminine. The black woman is God and the black man is whatever, God or lesser, or even, in the patriotic system, even more important. But I've really been cracking this meta nature, man, the Matutu. And, what I'm seeing is seeing a lot of things that's being, hidden even by some people that so-called master teachers that's in the community. And, things like that have to be, cleaned up, man, and put in its proper perspective. For example, when we talk about ma'at, we talk about ma'at in the conscious community, but nobody talks about ma'ah, which is the masculine, the masculine principle. So all of these principles are dual nature. There's Amenet and there's Amen. There's Ra and there's Ra'et. So when you hear all of these, when you hear about the kinetic science, actually is Nubian science, you hear about usually the masculine, the L, the electric being, the magnetic being. And I feel like, that's the type of information we're going to be bringing. We're going to be using the foundation of the ancestors as leverage to bring back that Sankofa, the original story, so that we can actually put this thing in its proper perspective, and, we can move as a unit, unity, unification, because, in my studies, I've come across is the black woman is goddess and the black man is God. And we form, Amen and Amenet form, the supreme being. And this is ancestral worship out of African spirituality. So a lot of times we see people running around with ankhs and, their dashikis and, the RBG flags, but they're not really practicing or applying African spirituality. They're just, getting the information off of Facebook. They haven't read any books. They haven't been through any initiation processes, no rites of passage. So, in little old Connecticut, man, I feel like, the Galactic Guardians, we want to be a major part of the uplifting of fallen humanity, and we take that very seriously. And I think that the fact that we deal with all walks of life. We've been through every chamber. Starting off at Dr. Malachi York. The amount of information we came across in the 90s, prepared us for today. We went through every school, not just through Malachi York, but I'm just saying that's the beginning of our consciousness. Started with the Dr. Malachi York. So that's tons of information. And what I realized is that there's a synchronicity in all the stories. And we just want to bring that light, man, and we got to reach the people where they are. I see we love to throw away the baby with the bathwater, such as the Jesus story. We know Jesus never lived, but Jesus is just a duplication. If you are really into African spirituality, then the Jesus story is based off of and the travel of the sun and Ra. So, from a hieroglyphic standpoint, these people are in the right place. They're just not saying the right mantras. So if we can get them to understand that, yes, all this time you've been dealing with the science of Heru, science of Asar, the science of Aten and Atumre, and this is African spirituality. You don't have to have that white Christ up. Put that Heru up. You already, been celebrating it every December 21st to the 25th, and you're doing this whole Christmas thing. Let's get right into that. So what I'm saying is things even like we have holidays coming up. We don't have to put holidays away. What we could do is use the ancestors, the leverage, to create our own holidays. So the tradition is still real, the energy is still real, but we're tapping into something that's, beyond the physical. So, that's what we're bringing, man. That's what we're bringing to the table.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, listen, you made you definitely laid out a lot of different things that you're dealing with. Some very interesting things. I'll say this is that some of the bills that you were speaking on how we have to break down and disseminate through some of the information and see where we need to go with it, or some things need to be updated, or some things need to be left to the side. That's a conversation that definitely needs to be had. And I'll say this because this is Think Tank Thursday. I would rather leave some of that conversation for Slaughterhouse Saturday, where the theme there is who's still betraying the African Revolution, and we themed that after Dr. John Henry Clark in his book, who's still betraying the African Revolution. So we keep that thing going, and also utilize Dr. Amos Wilson also as one of the leads on some of the ideas and psychology that we use when dealing with that thing. So that's definitely we definitely need to have that conversation.
I say, yes, Saturday. Let us know. We on.
Yeah. I like to ask this question, right? I like to ask the question about the bastards at the party. You know what I'm saying? For some of the people out there who haven't watched this documentary, give a little highlight of bastards at the party. Give a little highlight of the people, the main players in there, and then we give a little highlight of Slum and the things that he into, so just the people be aware of what they looking forward to for November 20th.
That's Lordy Law. Brother Trav, you go ahead and drop the science on the Bachelor Party, and I'll take care of Supernova.
Okay, say that. Yeah, so Bastards of the Party is pretty much a documentary that takes place in Cali, L.A., Compton area. You have a host of it's actually recorded in real time by a brother that that was playing the field. Was what they call a destroyer. You have builders and you have destroyers. Destroyers is those that put in that work, drop bodies, catch bodies, and do what they do in those streets. And the builders are the ones that's actually out there, doing the things such as the brothers in New Haven, the sisters in New Haven with the breakfast programs and stuff of that nature. And, after numerous times of, almost losing his life, the brother, instead of, there's one time, he gets hit up real bad, and, in the hospital bed, he came up with a vision of actually, unifying and getting to the nitty gritty of, why actually is this taking place, and where did it start and where did it begin? Because all the murders that take place, that as he was breaking it down in the documentary, is just from revenge. One body drops, another body starts. The nonstop process. So bodies have been dropping for the last 20, 30 years. It stems from pretty much the first body. So his duty, he felt like his duty was to actually go out and interview Pyrus, Bloods, Crips, and get more involved into the community, such as, giving back, closed food drives, sports events. He had the flag football league with the Bloods and the Crips. He would bring legends like Jim Brown through and really break down the science on, where did it start. And, he ended up finding out that truly it was, they were Panther Cubs. The sets came out of fractions of Black Panthers who, after they was eradicated by Central Intelligence Agencies, they actually started pitting, murders and pinning murders on different sides of town, saying that this side of town did it, that side of town did it, and they pretty much COINTEL pretty much put in that work, but you got what we have today. So this was after pretty much Huey P. and all the other brothers that came and laid the foundation down, after they've been taken off the scene, it was a bunch of militant, young, energetic warriors, with weaponry and skills. They were throwing, ninjas, martial arts and things of this nature. And these brothers ended up, pretty much going to war with each other after the Central Intelligence Agency got involved. But I don't want to give up too much of what you're going to see. I'm just kind of giving you the meat and potatoes. But when you watch the show, when you watch the documentary, man, it's going to be real moving. It's going to show the essence of, where the actual problem stems from, and maybe we can come up with some solutions to fix this.
That's peace. It's powerful. It's definitely powerful. To add on to the speaker that we got coming, Supernova Sloan, who I personally met through. We went to a Dr. Sabi tribute, and he was one of the speakers there. And what he had to say was so powerful, to the point that I made it a point to go and personally meet him and interject with him. And when I did that, I found out, so many things about who he was and what he had to say. You know what I mean? And basically, who he is a powerful person in the community. Him being the son of the great Queen Afora, and his stepfather being Baba Haru, and being around Phil Valentine his whole life. So this brother comes from a background of healers and ancestors that we have right here. Supernova Slum is also known as the OG medicine man, the hip-hop medicine man. He's came through and healed so many people like Missy Elliott, Erykah Badu. The list goes on and on and on, but he's not one to, shout all these names out of people who he's personally helped in their life. And basically in the hip-hop community, he's also active military. He's been active military for at least almost going on the last 20 years. And above all that, he has been a G-Shine blood for the last 20 years. He took it upon himself to create Heal the Hood Foundation. He's the director of Heal the Hood Foundation and the author of The Remedy. And The Remedy basically is not only about eating right and eating green and eating electric, but keeping our minds sharp, our minds and our bodies sharp at the same time. So through holistic healing, he is basically healing the hood in the same way. So in a sense, he's dealing with spirituality and he's dealing with the physical side. So as a galactic guardian, we automatically identified with Supernova Slum and seeing him as a galactic guardian. And for him to come down and really add on to the, not necessarily say the problem with killing in Connecticut, but the lack of knowledge, the lack of the intent of what these tribes set out to do in the beginning. What they were mimicking, and they were mimicking nothing but the Black Panthers. So when we put all this into perspective, for us, Supernova Slum was the perfect candidate to come out to Connecticut and build with and start a foundation, not only start a foundation, but help the foundation. He's already started from here to California. Supernova Slum, personally to me, has been a motivator to stay on the right track, not of what anybody else is doing, but what you are doing. Because when you think about that as a collective, if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do as a collective, that's a lot stronger than, you yourself just giving 100%. So you give 100% in what you do, and all of us giving that 100%, it makes the collective a lot stronger. And Supernova Slum really gave me some words of advice to keep pushing this Galactic Guardian movement and find other brothers and sisters that's on the same level that we on, if not a higher level of consciousness that we are on.
I've checked out Supernova Islam. I've checked out some of his music. Actually, you know, he had a song, right, and I didn't know it was him. But then when I seen him on another I seen him on Sonetta TV, and I was listening to him, and I said, yo, I think I know that voice. And so I went to go find the song because it was on I think it was on like the Million March CD or some shit like that with a bunch of different rappers up there, and it was a G's Up song. You know what I'm saying? It was a song to the G's and shit. And so I liked it. I was like, oh, all right. And then when I started watching how he moved and shit like that, I said, all right. I said, you know, he seemed like he moved solid, you know what I mean? He got a couple things that I was like, you know what I mean? I'm always wary of any military person, you know what I mean? Being my father was in the military, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and so I don't, you know, and that's just military. But besides all of that, though, I was like, yo, his knowledge, the wisdom that he spent, his wisdom was sharp. I said, all right, he got real sharp wisdom. I was like, you know what I'm saying? And he know a couple things. So I was like, you know, all right, then he seemed like a real good resource to get to deal with some of the young G's and just, you know, if I could push him to somewhere and say, yo, listen, yo, check this out right here. You know, that's somebody who I'll send the song to, so then later on they might be able to see some of his other videos that pop up on the side of it.
Right.
That's the way of using them. But I've seen the Bastards of the Party before. I'm familiar with the OG, you know, Bone, who put it together. Some of the information that he gave out. I had a book that he was utilizing by a white dude who was really showing how they systematically broke the city up, which is the same thing if you start to look inside our own cities. We were broke up in the same way, but we didn't have the color coding like the Crips and Bloods. We had a different type of, you know, tribe affiliation. But it's definitely going to be a good thing. Now, you say this thing is going to be at 34 Hopkins Street. What is this venue? Just like an auditorium or something?
Actually, what the venue actually is, it's owned by a church that a church that's in right middle of the hood. This is a church where a lot of us have buried our own family members due to, you know, the doctrines that most of our families follow. You know what I mean? The families that we come from follow this doctrine. So it's a well-known church, and they have a hall that is called the Q. It's called the Hopkins Street Center, but it was nicknamed the Q because this is where everybody went to have baby showers, sweet 16s. This is the black, I wouldn't say the Elks because it's not affiliated with the Elks. It is ran by a church and owned by a church, but this is a place like a cornerstone of Waterbury that people go to party at. People know this from being kids when they were kids to go to the Q and, you know, it was a weekend party there and you could go there and dance, you know, shoot around, play basketball, things of that nature. So the Q is basically a cornerstone of Waterbury, so it made even more sense to throw an event like this at that type of place.
All right, it's like a black-owned spot that, you know, the people come to and do their thing.
Yes.
Where it's at.
Yes.
I mean, all right, you know, no doubt. And it's always good to get the church and stuff involved in things like this and making sure, you know, and if they able to have resources such as that, we got to utilize them. You know what I'm saying? I'm standoffish against doctrine and all this religious stuff. You know, I'm against any religion, Islam, Christianity, Judaism. But, you know, I'm always willing to see what type of resources as Africans can we utilize amongst each other that's not going to harm each other in the utilizations of them.
Facts. I definitely agree with you 100% on that board right there, that we got to open up communication valves, because communication is real key. Like like you said, we got different tribes and different people, but we're all one people. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't have the proper communication with different tribes, then when, so to say, shit hits the fan, that's going to be one of the first things we will be attacked on, because our communication is not right. You know what I mean? We don't know where to go and gather these resources. So I definitely agree with you 100% on that.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold it. So we make a rock.
48.
48. What's going on, Chief? How you tonight?
Blessed, man. I just had a few little minutes to jump on. I got to hear you in the guest building. So I'm here just listening in, family.
All right, that's my co-host, the suit, and he normally strong on. You know what I mean? Right now he's sneaking in from off the Justice. These are brothers from the GGD720, Galactic Guardian 720. The brothers that are hosting the event November 20th that I'll be down there speaking at with the brother Supernova Slime headlining, and we'll be going over the bastards of the party. And I know you're familiar with that documentary.
Yes, I am. Being out here in California, man, we live and breathe it every day. I did have a question for the guests. I heard them speak earlier on holistic healing and eating right and things of that nature. I just had a question. Do we have a curriculum or a propaganda based on history that that the group could center themselves around a history that they can all agree upon? One of the things I've noticed is that you can convince somebody why they need to eat right if they got a strong knowledge of history on their side. You can convince a larger group of people to walk their head up high and with
breaking up.
Oh, my bad. I've noticed in the past that if you have a collective agreement upon history with a certain group of people, you can get a stronger audience, a stronger loyalty. So I just wanted to know if they had a basic history in their curriculum for this group that you talked
about. Brother Trav?
He was kind of breaking up. I heard him say a curriculum about, a diet plan or something like that? Or I couldn't really hear it all. I'll say it again. When I was listening in, I heard you speak on holistic healing. I heard you speak on eating right and things of that nature. I just wanted to know if you guys had any curriculum based upon history. Because what I've noticed here in California, the base that we have, even gang members, is that we do have a collective history of ourselves from our antiquity past and history in America, the history with the Watts riots, the history with the 90 Rodney King riots, the history with gangbangers. So I'm just curious to know if you guys focus anything on history, because I know it's the glue. It's easier to motivate a group of people if they all have a history they can agree upon. Am I making sense? Yeah, that made a lot of sense, brother. Yep, definitely. Well, yeah, what we did was, I know OG Slime has he has a curriculum, a system, and I think it's kind of based on, and we also have the 10-point rule from the Panther Party as well. So what we was trying to do is, we might have some surprise guests coming out from NY who actually, the foundation of some sets on the East.
Hold on, Brother Trav. I think I'm familiar with how my brother Mikara give up a question, so I'm gonna try to summarize it like this. I think he was asking, and if I'm wrong, he'll correct me. I think he was asking whether or not, as the Galactic Guardians, because you speak on, because of the things he was hearing about the dietary needs, what he was saying that a lot of times that the connection to history enables you to understand the reasons why you should have these different dietary needs, and those are the people around him in California. They normally have a good background, their own self of history, in particular of the 60s, the 50s, history of America, just even the normal game bangers. So he was wondering, did you guys as Galactic Guardians offer a history, a curriculum that was dealing with history that would connect the person to the understanding of why they should have different dietary needs?
Lord, you want to answer that, Lord?
Yeah, I definitely want to answer that. The question is basically based around when we speak about that, I can speak about that from an East Coast standpoint and a Connecticut standpoint. Growing up in Connecticut, because I can only speak about our own demographics. So when I think about Connecticut and the history on why we should eat right, you know what I mean? In Connecticut, there's a lot of farms. There's always been farms. Me growing up as a kid, I've always seen farms. I've always seen my own grandparents cook their own food or make their own food, grow their own fruit. And the reason why they grew their own food, and this was just like a wives' tale, like, you know what I'm saying? You better not go and eat, Stop and Shop or Mr. Jones or whoever it was. You better not go eat their food, because if you ate their food, you would act like them. You would talk like them. You know what I mean? So that's how I was taught, and I was raised, that if you ate the same food as they did, you would act as the way that they did. So that's why we didn't, we shouldn't eat, and that's how I was raised, you know what I mean? So being the Galactic Guardian, I'm trying to implement that same thing where we should just have our own resources and growing our own food, because, as you see, the more we consume of what they give us, the more dumbed down we are, the more prone we are to being sick and all these diseases, you know what I mean? The history behind far as GMOs go is no secret to nobody, you know what I mean? So I don't think that stands time to say, okay, what point in history did they introduce this, and why shouldn't we eat that? You follow what I'm saying? So, I mean, the question, I don't know if I'm answering the question correctly or if I'm understanding the question correctly.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think he was just asking whether or not y'all had a curriculum, something to give to the people, as a curriculum, like, some things in writing that y'all, that you could offer to the people so they could, have some of the history that you guys, because you said that you've been through a lot of different schools, so in that time of have 20 years of knowledge of self or gaining that knowledge of self, you know what I mean? Have y'all accumulated, a curriculum or put together a curriculum? Maybe it might be something that y'all might think about, to put together a collective curriculum on history, and in that history, it would, with a connection to your history, to who you once were, it'll start giving you an understanding of who you need to be now and the reasons why you shouldn't be dealing with, because then it'll start changing your cultural values. You understand? The better that you connected with who you are as an African, it'll start changing your values in today, the more you learn about who you were yesterday. So then that'll change some of your dietary thoughts and your practices, how you eat, what you're going to eat, when you eat, who you eat with.
That's something powerful right there. I can honestly say that's not something that we have, sat down and actually manifested. It's something that we have talked about. Brother Trav was one of the first one of us to go actually all the way electric. So instead of us sitting around and talking about, you know what I'm saying, I understand what you're saying completely. Instead of us sitting around talking about it, that we apply it and we born it, so when somebody comes after us, they'll be able to soak it up just as well as we did, because we took this long to ordain it. So I definitely understand the question now, and the answer is no. We don't have nothing that we have manifest. It's something that's always just been talked about in the group of the Galactic Guardians. And as I mentioned, Travis was one of the first ones to go fully electric out of the Galactic Guardians. So he was the first one to really put the application to what we're actually speaking about, the first one who can start to write the curriculum about where he came from to where he is right now.
if you guys needed any assistance, my name is Brother Makerob. I'm a co-host on Free on the Ground. My time is kind of short, but I will call back in about an hour. But if you guys need any assistance with just an overview on curriculum on history, because the point I'm making is it's easier to tell a king why he needs to eat holistically and electric if he knows he's a king. You see what I'm saying? If he believes he knows he's a king, he comes from a great history, it's easy to accomplish that. It's a little more easier to accomplish that. So that's all I was saying, brother. But I look forward to hearing you guys' dialogue, and keep up the good work, family. Black Heart.
Black Power.
Black Power.
Yeah, Black Power. That's our brother Makerob. On my co-host, like I said, on the day he can't really stay in that long because he burning the night oil, out there in my Cali connection. Man. But yeah, I got a couple. We got some family on the line though. I'm gonna let some of the family come in, ask a couple questions. And we'll keep this thing moving. Hold on, let me get back to my. Let me see here. But hold on, part of self family. I gotta reopen my line now.
As well as we waiting, anybody else out there that's listening, I want to let them know December 17th, out in Meriden, Connecticut, 575 North Colony Street, from 7 to 9 p.m. Brother Trav and Brother Ill will be doing a presentation on the power of melanin. Once again, that's December 7th, 7 o'clock. p.m. The doors open. We probably get the show started maybe like 8 o'clock. So I say from like 7 to 10, 575 North Colony Street. It's called the Red Room Grill. Something real small and intimate, limited seats. There will only be about 50 to 75 seats available. So it's something real small and personal. Last month we had to cancel, which was Power to Melon with Young Pharaoh that was coming up in Waterbury. So we just bringing that back to the people December 17th. So I just wanted to put that out there.
All right. I say, well, what's the number should they call to be in contact with? Who they got to contact in order for them to be able to get tickets? Because you're saying that it's going to be exclusive, so
right.
You should be able to jump on that.
In order to get tickets, either you could just go to redroomgrill.com. That's redroomgrill.com. That's REDROOMGRILLE, redroomgrill.com. Or you can contact me personally, Brother Haru. That's 203-841-9039. Either of those two ways, or you could just, show up prompt on time, 575 North Colony Street in Meriden, Connecticut at the Red Room Grill. It's basically first come, first serve. It's only something like $5 or $7 at the door. It's a very nice, intimate place. The brother who owns it is also a conscious brother. So, we actually just trying to really practice black economics and group economics by dealing with businesses that's open and, not only open but willing to give opportunity to, other entrepreneurs. Not some place that's just open and just sucking the money out of the community. Just trying to get everybody in the community to come there and not giving nothing back to the community.
All right,
so we basically just open. Go ahead, my bad.
No. I cut you off. You were still talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, so as I was saying about, opening up other channels, where other people and seeing where other resources is at, although it might be a bar where, basically the consumption of alcohol is taking place and that kind of changes the mind of people, Even though it's established like that, he still has some.
Niggas be drinking. Niggas act like they all be drinking. Niggas be drinking.
Yeah,
They do.
Up here, we ain't politically correct up here on the ground. We ain't politically correct. We know niggas be drinking, niggas be smoking weed, so niggas don't
They do.
Fucking, we adults. We adults. You know what I'm saying? And at this venue, this is an adult venue. And
right.
And the venue on November 20th is going to be a child-friendly venue.
Right, and that's what I just wanted to basically, you know what I'm saying, make the difference in between, because, you know, all previous events that Galactic Guardians have been a part of or, you know, spearheaded, it was a children's, you know what I'm saying, friendly event, you know what I mean? And this event that's coming December 17th will be a different place of venue, different atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? So, but what I was trying to explain, but I think the real reason, because I come from a background where, you know, being in the club and promoting the club and getting people to come there and consume as much alcohol as possible night after night, I've been a part of that. And that cycle is like part of the death cycle. When I look at it and see it, because I've been a part of it so long. So going back to that atmosphere and bringing an event like this, you know what I mean, I would have only did it because it was somebody who was not only offering opportunity and a resource, but they were conscious as well.
And plus,
you know what I mean?
Some of the dead in there. There might be some cats in there who might be in there just trying to get a drink and get a jewel.
And get sparked, you know what I mean? And that's definitely what it's about, you know what I mean? Sparking the people, you know what I mean? Because you could talk to somebody till they blue in the face, and you know what I'm saying, they just don't got knowledge of self or don't want knowledge of self. But if you know, I feel like in Connecticut, you know what I'm saying, doing these type of events is going to attract the ones that not like, it's going to attract us who's listening on this call and who is on this call tonight, but it's going to attract other people who wouldn't necessarily be on a call like this because they probably be home playing PlayStation or doing something mundane. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically just, you know, really just dealing with, you know what I'm saying, equality, I should say, and saying, you know, kind of going outside of the box. And I'm saying I'm going to throw an event, a conscious event at a bar. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about the power of melanin. You know what I mean? And spark the people, and that's what it's about.
That's it. But we ain't got no problem with that right there. We got no problem with that at all, man. Look, we got, you know, because I've been around long enough to not be pretentious out this joint, man, and know and understand, man, that this is a fine balance that we walking right now, man. We in the pits of hell. So sometimes we got to have some things that's just adult venues, and that's what they got to be sometimes. Sometimes everything ain't need to be heard by kids anyway, nor seen by them.
Yeah, that's definitely right, exactly.
So, you know, I rock like that. I rock like that. You know what I mean? I do think that, you know, anywhere that is supposed to be only conscious people at. See, and I say that because I was at an event, right, where there was alcohol there, right, and there was children. And the venue sometimes plays as a bar. But at the venue, everybody at the venue was conscious. There wasn't no way that you couldn't come in. And I ain't gonna say conscious because I don't use conscious. Everybody there was Black Power. Everybody there repped that red, black, and green. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. But it wasn't no, because when you got a certain type of psychology already dwelling in the people who are there, then y'all good. But if you at a venue where you can't control who going in and out, then you have to make sure that you shelter the children. That's what I want to say on that right there. But I got my brother Griff on the line. You know what I'm saying? I know he want to come in and ask some questions. We got some more family on the line. I might see. I think that's Brother Cole's out there on the line. You know, we got the family out there. They tuned in. Let me see right here. Open it on up. But Yeah, that's it's always a good thing, man, to learn about yourself, man. We definitely are lacking in the understanding of self. Some of the particulars, though, that I definitely think that we need to work on, man. Try to bring up here some survival classes for the family, man. I think the family lack in their understanding of how detrimental it is if you not putting yourself in a situation to be able to survive in a time of crisis and need. Us being up here in Connecticut where it can become deadly cold, you know what I mean? We don't put ourselves in the right situations, and so I think that that's something that we definitely need to hit on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Survival protection. You know that those things could never do you wrong. You know what I mean? You better off being prepared and not needed than, you know what I'm saying, needed and not be prepared.
Definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to putting the spark in a lot of people seeing the dynamic you and what's going on in New Haven, you know what I'm saying, and everything that you got going on as far as the dojo. You know what I mean? That I'm really looking forward to that and putting that to the light so other people can see that. You know what I mean?
Working.
Sometimes it sounds crazy when it come out of my mouth and I say, yo, man, I've been going to this all-black dojo, and it sounds, some people don't believe it, like, man, get out of here, man. You all-black dojo? Ain't no crackers in there teaching nothing. I'm like, nah, no. It's all black power out. Like, it's like,
all the black belts who come in there is black. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. It's not. You know, it is. It's nothing but Africans in there, and we keep it African. You know, we it is what it is. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? We practice Kentucky and Donnie. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that means that we bring that shit out that's within. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do over there with the Grand Professor, Jihad Shabazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. So salute to the sensei, man, for real.
Yeah, definitely. Sensei is you know what I'm saying? He's an icon. You know what I mean? The Grand Professor is an icon. But we're gonna get on that at 184 Dixwell Avenue tomorrow night. Though you can't come out at 7 o'clock.
Spark night.
You know what I'm saying? We here.
Spark
you know
night.
The family is presenting Spark Night once again. It's more than just a open mic session. You feel me? You come through, congregate, come build with the people, man. So that we make that do what it do. Spark Night tomorrow, 7 o'clock to about 10, maybe 11. You know, depending on how things rolling.
Right. That's what it is.
You know what I mean? So that's how we do over there at 184 Dixwell Avenue. We here. But I'm on Public Press.
Yo.
Brother Griff, what's going on tonight, family?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? African ancient Egyptian power, family. Everything is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Peace, man. Listening to y'all build, you know. I like what I'm hearing, you know what I mean? I like the in-depth detail on, you know, trying to get a youngster some little background on the, you know what I mean, on the tip as far as organized defense units in the hood and whatnot, so they can kind of make that mesh. I think that's well needed. Only thing, like, you know, when niggas is rocking on the level y'all on, you know what I'm saying, seems like y'all taking a real, like a role of a catalyst as far as being an initiator and shit. So only thing I would probably input I would say on that tip is, like, when you taking that initiator role, that leadership role, you spearheading shit, niggas got to be really well versed in the type of information and the concepts that they putting down. Because I don't know, but I heard y'all mention Malachi V. York putting niggas on, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of the shit that been coming up on him lately has not been nothing that put him in a positive light. And a lot of that information was out there prior to Malachi V. York coming on the set. So, you know, I would just, you know, I talked to some older heads from New York around that time when he was out. So they really didn't. They said he really, you know, they said he was an intelligent cat, But, you know what I'm saying, he had a lot of, you know what I'm saying, white ideologist ways up in his mind, which, you know what I mean? So it kind of fucked him up. On one hand, the nigga was a thorough motherfucker with some of the knowledge and some of the wisdom that he had. And on the other hand, he had some deviant behavior that he had not probably been behind enemy lines all this time. But other than that, like I said, I like what y'all brothers is kicking. So, you know, keep doing what y'all doing. You know what I mean? As y'all grow and build, you know what I'm saying, all types of more knowledge and wisdom will get poured into y'all's cups and shit. Y'all sound like some humble brothers. So I respect what y'all, you know what I'm saying, what y'all putting together. Because a lot of people ain't doing shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, it sounds like they got a nice little tight-knit camp, too. So it's hard to even find, you know, cats that's willing to go the distance under the type of conditions that we in out here. So respect due.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Gratitude. Definitely gratitude.
Gratitude. Salute.
Yeah,
Cloud, man. No doubt.
Yeah, check this out. I got a question, though, for y'all. Because y'all affiliated with the House of Conscious. Can you just give us some background on that? Because everybody got their own thought about the House of Conscious, but y'all in the House of Conscious, Connecticut. So I want them to, you know, I don't want the people to be confused about who you are, but still understand the connection. You feel me? So,
okay.
Can you hit the people off with that?
Definitely. You want to speak on that, Brother Trav?
Yeah, I'll go in a little bit and let you finish that up since, you know, that's really your lane. But pretty much what with the whole HOK thing was it's just like the brother said, you know, unifying in real time. You know, that wasn't really our mission. The mission was just to uplift all of humanity. But sometimes when you actually put on that cape, you know, when you take the initiative, you know, things open up for you. So that's pretty much how that went. We brung down Red Pill. The pills is on fire. We brung down Red Pill. We made it our business. We actually went out to NY and just went on the strip and kind of, you know, let it be known who we were and what we was bringing to the table. And we was from Connecticut, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we exchanged numbers with some people and came back home and one day just thought of an idea and made the idea manifest, man. We called Red Pill up, asked him if he wanted to come through and do an event. And he came through, man, and did his thing. And right there on stage, saying Kofa, Red Pill actually made it official right there on stage, you know, that they wanted the family to rest the House of Consciousness and expand the movement in Connecticut. And, you know, who were we to deny that access to the community? The fact that, you know, we were the first initiates outside of NY was big and monumental. And it was just confirmation that the ancestors was working on our behalf. I really, truly, you know, I'm into that type of energy. Like the brother said, ancient, Kemetic, science, ancestral worship. So, you know, sometimes you got to just, you know, go with the flow. And, you know, for the most part, man, you know, we are news reporters and we come in and bring in that news that people need out here. You know what I'm saying? And from shouting at them, putting it down on the sidewalk for all them years and you know, in the face of, you know, you got millions of crackers walking up and down the sidewalk, Asians, you know, people that believe in Christ, and they put in that work, man, regardless how people feel about them. You know, they put in that work 10 toes down, which is the mission. So we're not really about, you know, we're about unification, man. You know, when people reach out and, you know, the morale and the responsibility when maturity is a priority, and you on the side of RPG, then we got to rock with that. So, you know, we took the initiative to do that, and you know, only great things is happening for us. Brother Heru is an official journalist, news reporter, so he can actually get up in venues that people can't get into, period. can get into with his camera, record, get backstage. So it's allowed us access to things that we never had access to before. So it was a stepping stone for us to use to show people it's real and actually to show ourselves it's real. It's only one HOK. We are the first representatives out of state. That was monumental, and, you know, that's always going to be a part of our legacy. So we're just trying to add on, man, and continue to do the work in the name of the ancestors. You know, this is what they want us to do. They want us to combine. They want us to, you know, accept that, you know, that oath, that initiation of our people, man. You know, African liberation, man. It's like black African people. So we're looking for ways, like you said earlier, Brother Fawn. You may not agree with everything, but let's find something that we can agree on and move on it, and in real time. So, you know, we kind of, like the brother said, that jumped on the joint that said about York. You know, I'm not a follower of any man. You know, I just coming out the gate, like you said, you know, it's a lot of information. The brother was wise. So coming out the gate, it allowed me to, what was 120 questions to ask a Christian, 120 questions to ask a Muslim, 120, it broke the cycle of religion. You know, so I use that as a stepping stone, but, you know, we may not agree on everything, man, but if we can find that one thing that we can work on that's going to benefit the movement, then, you know, it's a go, man. So, I mean, if you want to build and add on, then do so, brother.
Oh, I mean, that was perfect. Exactly what you said. You know what I'm saying? There's so many words just to say it. I strategically wanted a part of the platform. The HOK, to me, kept the platform alive. Some of the other platforms, when you've seen some of the greats sitting down debating and causing spark to other people, because when you heard Dr. Ben, or, you know what I mean, you heard Sarah Sulisetti, or you heard somebody debate somebody else, it sparked a lot of other people that continuously kept the spark going. So to me, the HOK is a platform of that it's not introduced to everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't just going to come out of nowhere and be like, yo, I'm fucking with this platform. You know what I mean? People could be influenced real easy, but for brothers and sisters like myself, that's been, you know what I'm saying, influenced and conscious for over 20 years, like, you know what I'm saying, and not dealt with religion, so to speak, that platform was golden. It is golden to me. You know what I mean? No matter who started it or whatever they're doing with it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people. I see it every day. A lot of people have a lot to say about the HOK and how they get down. I'm here to say that HOK Connecticut is a new chapter. So in a sense, it's a new chapter. It's a new chapter, just like that in the book. It's a new chapter. So HOK, the way it's ran, is a little bit different than just standing on a soapbox and everybody's on the corner and this one is saying that one and that one is saying this. You know what I mean? This is a little bit more different where we got feet on the ground. We got 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? We going out there to support the ones that's already doing it and help the ones that want to do it. They're just scared to do it. There ain't no platform here in Connecticut. You know what I mean? If they are, they're very small. You know what I mean? So I'm just here to beef up that platform and make that platform a reality to people. Like, you know what I mean? Make it a real reality where it's tangible and say there's places you can go. Like tomorrow night, the Spark Night. This is one of the places that HOK will be. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we want to see put to the forefront. This is part of the platform. You know what I mean?
Now you're saying that, right? You know, it's just like, I'll say this about the HOKCT, right? House of Conscious Connecticut. It's still the House of Conscious, but you got different personalities and different channels on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got different shows on. You'll have one channel, and on that one channel, you got different shows that come on that one channel. So there's just a different, it's a different platform, even though it's still up under the same banner.
Right.
So nobody can judge your platform off of nobody else's platform, or judge any individual off of any individual that you see on any other platform. Just like
right.
You can't, you know what I mean? You could juxtapose the anchors on ABC with Fox, but still, them still different anchors, and they talking different.
Facts.
So, I just want you I want y'all to drop that though, because a lot, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people sometimes have all different types of things. Certain personalities, they might not like certain things, certain topics that they primarily connect with the brand House of Conscious. And so I wanted y'all to brand from the people, that the brand was something different, that the brand was just a platform for people to be able to have their platform on, but the brand don't necessarily equate to an individual person.
Exactly, and that's exactly right. Building with the brother Sankofa, I built with Sinetta, you know what I'm saying, and my first impression of Sinetta when I first met him was, honestly, he was on some bullshit. The first time I met Sinetta, I was like, man, I got $10, man. Like, I ain't paying you 20. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was other people that was in the HOK that, you know what I'm saying, got more of a rapport with than I did with Sinetta. You know what I mean? And one of those people was Brother Sankofa, who is the spokesman for the HOK. And building with him and seeing his movement and what he was doing, it was a lot similar to what's taking place in Connecticut, but it's levels to everything. You know what I mean? So that's really, you know what I mean, like Brother Trap was saying, that's really how that came about is, meeting different people in the HOK and the Galactic Guardians being recognized. And, you know what I'm saying, we came and we represented, you know what I mean? It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't for anybody else. We do what we do right here in Connecticut. That's what the HOK is going to stand for. It's going to stand for CT, you know what I mean? And what we doing in Connecticut, you know what I mean? We're willing to outreach and go wherever outside of Connecticut to go build with other people. But, you know what I'm saying, this is our demographic. This is where we are at. This is where we live. This is our land, you know what I mean? So it got to start from right here, from home. So that's what the House of Consciousness Connecticut is about.
Listen, man, I forgot to try to get our brother Sankofa on the line, too. I don't know why I didn't hit our brother Sankofa. Maybe not even. But I know if he's free, he would definitely be willing to drop in.
Yeah, he definitely will. I know he will.
Yeah.
Sankofa long-winded with.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. He is long-winded.
Ready.
Well, Sankofa got, he got good energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
yeah, he does.
You know what I mean? I met him several times. You know what I'm saying? He a personable person. He, you know what I mean? You can talk to him. He not standoffish. He got a good personality. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to speak with him. Like I said, I had conversations with him plenty of times. For some reason, I can't find his number right now. Open up South Carolina. Black Power, what's going on? Ancient African, Egyptian power, as our Dr. Walter Williams has given us the cue. What's going on out there, South Carolina? All right, then. Let me see. Connecticut, what's going on?
What's up, G? Black Power.
Black Power, what's going on, G's? How you doing, man?
Not much. Just listening in for me, just seeing what the topic is. I just got in on it, so I just been listening.
All right, no doubt. We got the brothers in who hosting the Bastards of the Party documentary in Waterbury, Waterbury, Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, you got questions about any of that? Or you want to just listen in for a little while? We'll leave you right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just listen in. Feel me? Just collect all that I can right now, and then I'll find out on the day.
All right, no doubt.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace. That's my little young G's. Yeah, man. You know, and on Think Tank Thursday, man, we always like to deal with some solutions, man. So, saying that we're going to be dealing with this, you know, I know that y'all have something else going on. But, talking about media, you know what I mean? You do media, I do media, you know what I mean? And I want to know, what do you think some of the things that we can do in order to put together, streamline some themes in order for the push, you know, some streamlined themes of propaganda, such as the same way as any other good nation does, streamline propaganda and make sure they push a line to the people that's the same in at least one avenue.
Well, for me, what I think is it's the same thing when you think about music. We have to change what we consume. You know what I mean? Because what's being consumed right now, as far as media, is this reality, kind of like storyline type of shit is what's being consumed. So, you know what I mean? I feel like the more that we do a Spark Night, the more we do these events where people want to tap into the streamlined propaganda that we would do for our nations. You know what I'm saying? Shit we would be saying. So it's like, I don't know, every 5 o'clock, you know, you're going to turn to channel 74 because that's the Black Power channel, and they're going to be on, you know what I'm saying? So we really have to change what we consuming, you know what I'm saying, and what we putting out, you know what I mean? And that's going to take a hold, but it's kind of hard because everybody got their own right to put out what they want to put out. So if I want to put out, you know what I'm saying, I'm at the strip club popping bottles and I'm taking care of my baby and I don't care what you're saying. That's what I want to put out. That's what I want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to be played. You know what I mean? But us as the people, we just stop, you know what I'm saying, that shit in our communities. Like, nah, you can't play that here. We don't want to hear that here. You can't play that here. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to get it. You know what I mean?
Like like that's how I'm thinking about this, right? We already got stations. We got stations, we got shows and stuff that already have changed their theme. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you can't make everybody change their theme. You know what I mean? People are going to do what they're going to do. But how can we take those who already are changing, have their theme changing, and pushing forward, or moving in the direction of African liberation? We
got to come under one, not to cut your wisdom, but we got to come under one umbrella. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, Galactic Guardians, CTRBGs, the CT Pharaohs, you know, anything that's in Connecticut that has an outlet, it needs to be put under one umbrella. That way it's a unanimous force that's coming. So it's like when you hear these trumpets, them shits is playing from Waterbury to New Haven or Hartford. So when these trumpets blow, they blow. You know what I mean? Instead of all these little trumpets blowing their own little sound. You know what I mean? And for me, it's just that simple. It's that simple. You know what I mean? I look at the blueprint of the HOK and how they got so many different walks of life, you know what I'm saying, beliefs, but they all under one roof. And you see them, they change from time to time, but in Connecticut, I just feel like we're cut from a different cloth. We're cut from a different cloth, different demographic. So I think it's a little bit easier for us as a small group of, however you want to say, conscious, enlightened, for African liberation to come together and come under one roof. You know what I mean? No matter what, you just all agree, we all want to be liberated.
So check this out. Check this out, right? This is how I see where you're coming from, and I think that's I think coming from the rule that they're up under one roof, I don't think that is, me personally, I don't think that'll work, but I do think what will work is coming together under like on some council type shit. Or what I'm talking about is dissemination of information, coming together in order for us to come up with certain things that we can push. That, you know what I'm saying? We pushing the same thing, so no matter where you at,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That you're still pushing that same thing. That we might not come up all up under the same umbrella, but we have a central person in each area, a central person who deal with the media wherever they got or whatever have you, with their own African liberation media or doing their own African liberation type of thing, and we can just push that same, at least one thing that's the same in between everybody propaganda, whether you put out newsletters, because they got a lot of little different little newsletters that's created by black people, little inner city news and stuff like that. If we could just come together and get them to push, every week we at least one thing that every week everybody pushing that's dealing with African liberation, but it's all the same thing, and we pushing that shit just like how you can look at the news and the motherfuckers, and you look at 50 stations, and all 50 stations is saying the same fucking thing.
Same thing.
You know what I'm saying? We need to listen. That shit is programming. You know what I'm saying? And it's created like that in order for us to be indoctrinated. Right now, we don't need to be playing games. We need to be indoctrinating people with African liberation themes. So we need to be coming together the same way that you know what I'm saying, any smart nation does, come together in between their different parties and tribes who are in the good, who are in good standings. We come together, pass the central theme out, and say, look, y'all got all that going on, but look, this right here got to be said, okay? You do whatever else and make sure that this right here goes in. And we
Brother Board, I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you on that. And you know what I mean? Me and you build a lot. We see each other personally from time to time. You know what I mean? I think that's something that we need to do and really, do some intelligence and really see, the leaders that we can see. You know what I'm saying? Because some leaders in the forefront and really go to them with this mission. You know what I mean? Because like you said, instead of being under one umbrella, and I can see the chaos and saying we all under one umbrella, but we not all saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We all under one umbrella, but, saying this one is saying that one's saying that. Nah, it should be simultaneous, like you said. If it's just to say it's a car crash in New Haven, all the news stations is reporting on this one car crash. And no matter how they twist the story or no matter how they tell the story, they're all reporting on the same thing. And instead of saying, I just broke a simple and saying a car crash, but, you know what I mean, maybe the month of March is going to be, I don't know, the month of March, we doing something to save water. But we all singing the same tune. You know what I'm saying?
Something even more simple, right? We always give ode to the ancestors. Let's make sure Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark at the end of the year, beginning of the year, under how we got this thing going. End of December, beginning of January. Both of their born dates come right there. Let's make sure that we got things that run along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the least, that's what I'm saying. We got to at least find these little common ground right there that look, all right, boom. You make sure that you're running this week, man. Make sure you got something that y'all saying about this week. How great these two brothers is, period.
Right.
So y'all say, all y'all gonna say is these brothers is great, some of the greatest we ever had in these modern times. Whatever have you, give their birth dates, the day that they ascended, and rock like that, and that, and at the least, and everybody be doing that, whatever little newsletter you might got, you got that in there. Make sure that people know. Boom. Y'all do the show, y'all do a little video. Boom. Got it. Okay. CT is rocking on Dr. Ben John Henry Clark, making sure we got a little segment going on with that. FOG refugees, that's what we do. We're gonna do that. That's what we do. So we're gonna make sure that we on that.
Yeah, I like that. I agree. You could definitely count the Galactic Guardians, HOK, in on that, man. That And that idea right there, that's coming December, beginning of January, where we start our own propaganda. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we begin, by taking that small ground, like you mentioned, that it just being these ancestors' birthdays, where we can do something around them. Like Brother Trav says, that he really practices ancestral worship. And that's part of African spirituality, you know what I'm saying? That's part of it.
You have some of the family come in and teach their different styles, because, you know, we over here in you know, the wilderness and hells in North America, man. And a lot of us is way far removed from African spirituality and social practice. You understand? You know, the everyday type of things and things that people say that this is how you do this ritual. That's what I say. We're not connected with the ritual of what is said to be African spirituality as much as a lot of our other brothers over there in West Africa deal with, our brothers in East Africa, Central Africa dealing with. You know what I mean? Over here, though, we have a different connection to African spirituality. It's a different type of way that we, you know, we give it up. We give it up a little bit different. But I like to see some of the family come in and on those days give different, you know what I'm saying, veneration to the elders in different type of African styles. You know what I mean? That would be something that'd be good.
That'd be fire.
That'd be cool. Yeah, so people will see. You know what I'm saying? We get Brother Child to do something. We'll find some people, get them in, you know, get some E5s in, you know, shit. We might get some people practicing some Santeria, whatever. Come on in here and show us what y'all in here doing. Show us something. We'll see. I want to see, because I'm a different brother, so I give respect and reverence to my ancestors. You know, that's just automatic. You know what I'm saying? That's the women and the men. But I know that some people have ritual that's done along with it, and things have to be done a certain way. If they're not done this way, you know, something, you know, it got to be done right. Because if it ain't done right, it's wrong. So I like to just peep it out, so I can get an understanding. I'm trying to get me a spiritual reading coming up. We'll find somebody to do me one of these readings and all that.
Work.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Give me, I want to get a reading. I need
Word, I'm around for that.
That's definitely what it is, man. Yo, Brother Boy, man, I definitely want to salute you, man, and say it was an honor to be on your show, man, especially on my born day.
Oh, Black, that's
definitely
right.
An honor.
Family, oh, man, that's right. That is your born day, man. I want to give props to that, and I apologize for letting that slip past my mind, Black man.
It's all peace, King. It's all peace.
Happy born day to you, and happy birthday to your mother.
Word. That's a fact, King. That's definitely a fact, man.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's you know, we got a couple more callers. I'm gonna see if they got a question real quick for you. You know, Connecticut, open up your lines. Is open. You got a question? No, Connecticut ain't saying nothing. South Carolina. We got South Carolina, another South Carolina, you back. South Carolina, what's going on? You got a question or comment? Oh, the family out there, they quiet. We got about 7 Connecticut's and ain't nobody want to say nothing. So, all right.
Connecticut, what's going on? Connecticut.
Listening.
Yo. They don't want, is somebody spoke up?
Huh?
Okay. I just want to speak to Connecticut. Connecticut is out there, man. This Sunday, November 20th, 34 Hopkins Street. Who are the bastards of the party? Supernova Sloan, Brother Born for the CTRBG, the Dynamic U, Brother Trav. We'll have food. We'll have vendors. I got a couple live performances by some Bloods and some Crips. We even got New Jersey, a whole Haitian posse that's coming up here. The brothers from Made. Them brothers is real deep right there. One thing I'm really looking forward to is seeing our surprise guests. There's supposed to be some, some real surprises of some people who we reached out to who said they was going to stop through. I'm not going to mention no names, you know what I mean? So we just got a lot in tune for y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all in Connecticut and y'all listening, you know what I mean? I want people to come out the woodwork who want the information, who want to give information. You know what I mean? Contact me. My name is Haru Onkshiwell on Facebook, or just Google GGD720, and you can find us that way just by Googling them simple 3 letters and them 3 numbers together. You can find us, Brother Trav, Brother Ill, or myself. Is there anything you want to add on, Brother Trav?
Nah, man, you pretty much put everything in that
No doubt. Well, listen, man, I definitely thank y'all for coming out tonight, man. I'll definitely looking forward to y'all coming back on, too. I'll look forward to y'all coming back on because, we don't believe in meta over here. So that'll be a good discussion. And not that we all believe, but we just got some questions. We just questionable about certain aspects. So that'll be definitely a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? But that is, but that's what we do. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? And we go in it with African love. We African first, second, and third. So as long as we agree that we African first, second, and third, and we can have a conversation and we can disagree on points and still come out African first, second, and third.
I like that.
Word. Ain't no reason to be mad when you're arguing from an African standpoint. If you rooted in your love for Africa and that's where you're coming from, then hey, I respect somebody who say, nah, man, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's this right here. All right, then, brother. It's coming from all right, man.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, family, but it's definitely that'll be a good show. We'll set it up and see when we can make that happen. You know what I mean? Slaughterhouse Saturday is coming up. You know what I mean? But I'd rather wait. Let us get that going on probably in another week or so. You know what I'm saying? We sit down and just and we can politic on that, get that going in like 2 weeks, man. You know what I mean? But we definitely feeling real good. Definitely know it's going to be a wonderful event. We're going to have the family out there. CTRBG, the G's, we're going to be deep. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We got coming through, you know what I mean, with the Shadow Dojo. We coming through, you know what I mean? So, we'll be out there. Come holler at us. We had the, we had the RBG squads on deck for the family. You know what I'm saying? We got the nice ones. So we be doing what we got to do. Make sure that y'all check out our people at exclusiveBlackEmporium.com. That's our sister Makia. Also, check out the YahuruAcademy.com. Make sure that y'all come in and check out the YahuruAcademy.com. I see that one of my hosts just got in here, but I know we about to close out. But we're gonna go to the back room. You know what I'm saying? We might chill out we might chill out for a little bit, but we might chill out in the after party. But we got those things going on. If you got any product that y'all looking to just come through, let the people know about, holler at your brother Born. We plan on setting up a business Tuesday. We're going to round robin, bring in about 5-6 different businesses, get everybody a network, see what things that we got going on out there, things that are available for you from your African community. So we're going to make sure that we do that. Look forward to us having a Black Wall Street at 184 Dixwell Avenue. We'll give you some more information on that. That'll be coming soon. And remember, again, December 17th, the brothers got the show out there in Meriden. November 20th, we out in Waterbury. Tomorrow night, we in New Haven. You know what I'm saying? Connecticut, we doing it up. I mean, we growing the community. The family is the family's growing, and we definitely love it. I respect what the brothers' work that they've been putting out. And it came out, sat on the block. You know what I mean? The brothers found out we doing the pancake thing up here. It was coming out. You know, they behind the griddle. You know what I'm saying? They on the griddle and everything. They passing out fruit, so they ain't come out to spectate. It wasn't a spectator sport. I mean, they came out and got involved. So that's always, you respect the people who come in and get involved. Come, like, listen, what y'all need done? You need some help doing this. What y'all need done? You know what I mean? I ain't coming out here just to take pictures of y'all. You feel me? Not for a media event. So I respect that the brothers came in strong like that without, not really coming for a media event, coming to actually be a part of what was going on. At that point, I was like, all right, the brother right here is sincere. So I respect them from that point right there, forward. We just been moving forward from there.
Definitely salute, man.
Yeah, definitely salute. Yo, Sister Camille, we headed on now. I apologize. We're gonna let the brothers off. Brother Born Day today. He happened to spend some of that time. Congratulations on your grandson. You know what I'm saying? I seen the pictures. Congratulations to you, family. You know what I'm saying? Another member to your tribe. You know what I mean? That's always love. Black love is black power. And every time we see a black baby, we knew black love made some black power. That's where it came from.
Definitely, man. Peace and black power.
Peace and black power.
Peace and black power. Yo, listen, family, we out. And, we're going to go out the same way that we come in, because we always giving our praise to the ancestors first. So we let it off with a praise and that turn of glory to Garvey. Long Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Praise Harriet Tubman. Gloria Wells. And long live Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. A BB for Hodier. Cracker in the trunk. House niggas too.
I say, peace.
All the ancestors known and unknown.